According to DonorsOne.org, 17 people each day will die. However, not because of old age or because of an accident, but because they couldn't get the life-saving transplant that they so desperately needed. The need for organ donors is constantly growing, and by becoming a donor, you can completely change someone's life for the better. One example that shows how important it is to become an organ donor can be seen throughout 2-year-old Charlotte's story. Charlotte was born with biliary atresia, which wasn't diagnosed till about 9 weeks old. Biliary atresia is a rare liver condition that occurs when a baby's bile ducts do not form normally. She was put on the transplant list right away because she needed a functional liver in order to survive. At just 2 months old, she had to undergo the Kasai procedure. This was where doctors would remove the blockages in the ducts outside the liver and created a way for bile to drain from the liver into the intestines. This was a quick fix, however, it was not a permanent solution. She continued to grow sicker, and her mother, Janessa, wasn't sure that her daughter could wait much longer for the miracle transplant that she needed. However, after a year of being on the transplant list, Charlotte's doctors had given her the news that she had finally found the perfect match. This liver transplant saved her life, and it's because of that organ donor that she gets the chance to live a happy and healthy life that otherwise would not have been given to her. There is a constant and growing need for organ donors all around the world, which is why you should truly consider becoming an organ donor, because it's extremely easy, it saves countless lives, and lastly, it can be a positive and rewarding experience. There are 3 main reasons why you should consider registering to become a donor. The first reason is because it's extremely easy and doesn't cost you a single dime. It doesn't consume but just a fraction of your day to register to be a donor. There are several ways that you could specify that you want to become an organ donor. The first way you could do so is by signing up through your state's specific organ donor registry online. It's a fairly simple process. You go on your phone or your computer and you type in register to be an organ donor. You fill out a little information and you're all done. The second way, and in my personal opinion, is the easiest way to register, is done by checking the box that says you wish to be an organ donor when getting or renewing your license. While you're already filling out the necessary paperwork, just take the 2 extra seconds to check that you wish to be an organ donor today. Lastly, if you want to make it apparent that you want to be an organ donor, you can inform your family. If you were ever in an accident and couldn't tell the doctors of your wishes, then your family could relay and inform the doctors of what you would have wanted. Now that you see how easy it is to become a donor, let's talk about the difference that you can make by being an organ donor. One single donor has the power to save 8 lives. One person's sacrifice has the ability to let 8 people go on to live happier, healthier, and longer lives. According to DonorsOne.org, as it is, 36,000 Americans receive a life-saving transplant each year. Imagine if there were even more donors, double or triple. Just imagine all the lives that could be saved and changed for the better. Donors have the ability to completely change the recipient's quality of life overall by gifting them something that many people take for granted, properly functioning organs. You should become an organ donor because it saves lives. Being able to provide somebody with something that they most desperately need can make a person be filled with joy. Which brings me to my next point. If you decide that you want to donate your organs, the entire process can be a very positive and, in a way, a rewarding experience. According to FloridaToday.com, donating your organs can be a good experience for your family by helping them along the grieving process. Losing a family member itself is a very hard process to go through. However, many donors' families find peace and comfort in knowing that their loved one was able to help save another person's life. The family of the donor will more than likely understand and appreciate the sacrifice that was made to ensure that the recipient could get the vital organ that they need to survive, and therefore it can make them proud of what they had done. It can be rewarding for the donor and the family to know that they'd be doing a selfless act to help others in need. In conclusion, there are hundreds and thousands of people that need organ transplants, and it's very important that you truly consider and think about becoming a donor today. You can register to be an organ donor at www.organdonor.gov/register.